a shoulder replacement about a year prior, and I was very limited movement, and it was hurting all the time, and my knees were hurting, and I couldn't get up the steps without getting winded. So those, even though those sound like little silly things, that it's all, that those are the kind of things that prompted me to, to move forward with getting help with weight loss rather than just trying to do it on my own. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but I started with Brooke and with Erica, the dietitian, and they're just fantastic. So it was that's really what kept me going. But the why behind it is because my endocrinologist said, "Here's what we're going to do," and that's it. It's been 1 year. It's up. Yeah, I started at the end of December last year. So now I'm not in the program, but I'm still here at the Works because I love it. I discovered the swim classes, and those have just been fantastic. Well, because of my weight and my limitations physically with my shoulder, I really couldn't do some of the other group exercise programs. So I knew they had the pool here, and I thought maybe I'd try it. And I think it was Rebecca who was my first instructor, and so that was my first introduction to the aquatics, and she's fantastic. I'm like, I love her. I love this class. I'm going to keep coming. So I do the aquatics 3 times a week, and I do a yoga class with Kathy upstairs on Saturdays. I have a lot more confidence, not necessarily because of the weight so much as it is I saw success with, so my confidence is in that we can really do this. I wasn't set up for failure in this program, and because of that, I have a lot more confidence that now I can set a goal and maybe achieve it instead of just setting a goal and getting through 30% of it and being like, I can't do this anymore. I have a lot more range of motion with my arm, and I can get up the stairs and I'm not winded anymore. I can bring a couple of baskets of laundry, back and forth, and so that really helps. And just the silly things that I wasn't able to do, like there's some poses in yoga class that I couldn't do, and now I can. So, and I have a lot more energy, so when the grandkids come over, I can play with them instead of wanting to sit and watch. I can actually participate. So, Weight Watchers, which I thought for sure would work, and it didn't. Low carb, all the other fad diets that are out there. Taking certain vitamins, supplements, things like that. None of it worked until I started counting calories and realizing how much I was actually eating, and I was eating a lot. I didn't realize that what I had been doing, and it was hard at first to be really stringent and say, oh, I can't have that. That's over a certain amount of calories. So I had to look for things that were, still, that were still healthy and but not calorie rich, and so it was a tough transition at first. But then you get used to it. But if you keep sticking with it, you get used to it. No, it wasn't. When I came into the program, I was intimidated only because I didn't think it was going to work. I didn't think it was going to that it was going to be successful. But once I met with Brooke, the health coach, she held me accountable, and she was positive. She never had anything negative to say. She was always, if you don't like this, we'll try this. If you don't like that, we'll try this. And so that accountability was, instead of being intimidated and feeling like, oh, she's going to talk to me about something that I didn't do, or something. It was never, ever like that. So that was really good. And then with Erica, the dietitian, and I thought that, again, I thought that this wasn't going to work, and it was just going to be a boring, time talking with someone about food, and it's like, I know all the answers, and I didn't know what I was doing. She was so helpful, again, really positive the whole time. So that was, so I met with each of them once a month, and just stuck with the gym 3 times a week. Not just Brooke and Erica, but the the swim class, the aquatics, there's a group there, and they just really, they were so kind and welcoming, and that's one of the reasons I can't give it up. That's why I'm still here at the gym, still going to the classes 3 times a week, because of the people. Yeah, the classes are fun, and I'm getting a good workout, and now I probably have a mild addiction to aquatics, but it's the people. They're fantastic, and the trainers and instructors, they've got their own stories, they've got their own lives, but they're still out there killing it, and there's so many people that I can respect and admire now, just because of getting to know them. And now it's sustainability, and we'll see now. Erica and both of them have offered, if do I need continuing support, even though I'm not part of the program anymore. They said they would still be there, and so I'm going to meet with Erica in a couple of months just for a follow-up. But now it's the sustainability. When last year at this time I could have knocked back 3 slices of pizza, and now I can barely eat 1. So the sustainability part is where my stomach is actually smaller now. My appetite is greatly reduced because of the work of, calorie deficiency, and so I think it's going to be okay. As far, but we'll see what the next year brings. But for the most part, it was just something that I forced myself to do, whether I wanted to or not, and more often than not, I didn't want to, but I kept seeing results. See, that was the thing. I kept seeing results, and I'm like, I'm doing something right here, so I'm just gonna stick with it. And I find that if I skip a day, that's fine. If I skip 2 days, not so much. Like even with exercise too, if I skip 1 day, it's okay. But if I skip 2, then I want to skip 3 and 4 and 5, and so I made myself not do any more than just skipping once, and then back into it, and then another day would be, okay, but not consistently, because once you step off the bandwagon once, you want to stay off. So I was really strict with myself. I didn't really. I was just consistent. That's how I incorporated it into my everyday life, whether I wanted to or not. This program was awesome in that it was a full year. I know they do a 90-day one, but one of the things that I liked about being in a full year was that you do learn that sustainability. Once you get to your goal, it's not just one and done. So now we've got a few months of accountability here, where you got to stick with it, and so that was one really good thing about the program, and just the whole positive atmosphere here. Getting to meet people, and it wasn't like I said, it wasn't intimidating, and I thought I would be intimidated by, like, up in the gym doing the workouts, and sometimes I am. But now it's just like it's part of the routine.